Okay, in this video, what we have is a book that was placed on hold for a patron, and the patron didn't pick it up before the hold expired. And so you see here on the list of items page that it's currently on the hold shelf. It was placed on the hold shelf on the 2nd of October, and the hold expiration date was the 14th. And today is November 3rd, so we need to remove this from the hold shelf. And this is also a Guillebeau Hall book. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the hold. What we're going to do is go to the expired hold shelf. And we'll be able to see our book if we click the Send to Library tab. And what we want to do is go ahead and cancel this. And right now it says transit for reshelving, pickup location Guillebeau Hall repository. We want to go ahead and change our currently at location to default circulation desk Guillebeau Hall repository. And then we're going to scan in the items. And if we look at the record again, we're going to see that the item is available on the shelf at Guillebeau repository. And if we look at the patron's record, you'll see that they don't have any active requests anymore. And there's nothing on the hold shelf for them. You can tell that by looking at the tab, and if the tab had contained any information, it would be dog-eared like the returns tab is right here. And that's just showing you that the patron, these are all the books that the patron had returned, and that's because there's information in this tab, that's why this is dog-eared. And you can see that there's nothing in the request tab. So this book is located at Guillebeau. What we want to think about is how we relocate the book. So at the moment, we don't have access to the monitor request and item processes page. And if we did, we could create a work order for technical services and indicate that this item needs to be relocated. But since we don't have access to the monitor, the resource request monitoring page, that's not an option that we have. So at this point, I would suggest just inserting one of the yellow Route to Technical Services item report slips in the book and marking the box that says change library location to, and circle Hightower on this, because this book was requested from Gillibo, and whenever someone requests the book, then it's going to be relocated to Hightower if it's coming from Gillibo. And just so you know, if you change your currently at location to Hightower Circulation Desk default and go to the fulfillment menu and click on Active Hold Shelf, then these are all the items that are currently on the hold shelf, and these will include the items coming from Gillibo and also the GilExpress items as well. You'll notice on this page that what I've done is I've changed the settings so that it's only displaying the patron's last name, comma, first name, because I found it easier to scroll through and locate whether or not a patron had something on the hold shelf. And what you can do is click Control F and then type the patron's last name, and you'll notice that it highlights the last name of the patron. As I just said, you can see whether or not these items are, you'll see items that people requested from Gillibo as well as items from other libraries. If you want to see that information, you can click on the gear, which is the Manage Column Display button, and then check the box for institution and call number and click Save, and that will actually show you a little bit more information. So here we see this is Clayton State University, and the ones that are our items just simply don't have the institution. So just the ones that have the institution field will be other institutions items. So that actually is an easy way to go through the list and see which ones are GilExpress items as well. So looking at this, you see I've got a couple of requests in here, and if you want to, if the patron lets you know that they don't want the book anymore, like for example, I don't want Hepcats, Narcs, and Pipe Dreams, then all I would have to do on this screen is click the Actions button and then Cancel Request, and that will remove the item from the hold shelf. And you can select one of the options from the drop-down menu, such as Patron No Longer Interested, and if you have this box checked, then the patron's going to get an email about the fact that their request was canceled. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Confirm. And this will show you what the request cancel letter looks like that the patron's going to receive. So it tells you that on this date the request was the request of 10:30 was canceled. It gives you the title, and then the reason for deleting the request is shown on the email. So whatever you select from the drop-down menu is going to appear right here. And this book was coming from Gillibo Hall, so that's what you see right here in the corner. Now, to go ahead and, if you were sending the book back to Gillibo, then you would have to scan the item back in by going to the Gillibo default circulation desk, and then you would scan in the item barcode, which I'm going to copy and paste from right here. So I'm at the Gillibo Hall default circ desk. I'm going to go to fulfillment and scan in items. and that returns the item to Gillabo Hall. And so when you look at the item on the results page, you'll see that it says one available right here. And again, we can't do work orders at the moment, so the best thing to do at this point is, if we wanted to change the location, is for the staff member to fill out one of the orange route to tech services slips and indicate that the location needs to be changed to Hightower, and then put this book on the gray shelving that says change location to Hightower.